Alright, what's good, people? Today, the topic of interest is building self belief. Now, I want to start off with this because self belief is important. It's like the foundation of anything. Like, before you can even go out there and achieve the vision or the dream that you want, you must first be convinced that it's possible for you. You must first be convinced that you can actually attain the thing that you're after. Okay, and the funny thing about self-belief is this, is that people will willingly follow and give opportunities to somebody who may not even have the skills or have the competence if they're convinced that they can do it, if they believe in themselves. They'll readily believe in this guy and follow this guy over the person who's got all the skills, all the competence, got all the experience, but doubts himself all the time. Like, people just thinking, nah, man, I want to bet my money on this horse, the guy who knows what he's doing. You're not going to follow somebody who's like, I don't know if I can do it. You follow the guy who's convinced that he can make it happen. So it starts off with you. People will believe in you when you, first of all, believe in yourself first. And sometimes you can be in a place, maybe you're in this place right now, where your environment isn't necessarily reflecting where you want to be just yet. Your environment or your skill level right now is showing you that, you know what, my guy, you're not him just yet. You're not her just yet. You're not that person just yet. But the most important thing is that you can see it first, because when you study the lives of people who've done amazing things, they all start off with, well, a majority of them say the same thing. They say that they always saw themselves with the thing that they wanted first. They saw themselves as that person who achieved. One of my favorite examples is Conor McGregor. Like, sure, has lost a couple fights recently, but still, he's gonna go down as an MMA great. Because back in the day, like, if you watch his old videos, back when he was broke and he used to be a plumber, he would talk about like what he was gonna do. He talked about how he was gonna be in the octagon. He talked about how he always saw himself lifting up the belts while the crowd were cheering. He talked about that all the way back then. He was convinced and he felt as though he was the champion. He felt like he could do it. Muhammad Ali was the same. He always said that I felt like I was the champion before I ever was. Okay, they all saw themselves there. They saw themselves past their current reality, past their current circumstances. And one way that you can do that and build that self-belief, that self-confidence, is through the use of visualization. Because the thing about visualization is that what's the word for it? It influences you. That's it. It influences you at the level of the unconscious mind, at the level of the subconscious mind. So your subconscious mind is basically where all your beliefs are held, your self-concepts and what you believe is possible for you. They're all held there. And when you have a vivid experience, or when you picture yourself doing something or picture an experience so vividly, it counts as an experience in your mind's eye, because your mind can't tell the difference between what's actually like imagined and what's experienced. Your mind's like, boy, both of these things are the same. It's like when you have a nightmare. I haven't had a nightmare in a long time. Your boy sleeps good. But the last nightmare I had was on snakes. I dreamt that snakes came and they got me, and they got me good. And I remember when I dreamt that they got me after one of them bit my face, I woke up and I was shaking, like I was shaking as though it's actually happened. I was sweating, my heart rate was pounding. My body viscerally responded as though I'd actually been attacked by the snake. Okay? That's the power of the mind. My mind couldn't tell the difference between the dream and what was actually happening. My mind thought the thing was actually happening. It got jumped. So there are many studies in visualization that show that it makes a massive difference. Now, it's not so much just about, just like I just close my eyes and then it'll just magically happen, but it's more so about building the belief and visualizing in an accurate way. So seeing yourself, first of all, persisting through the challenges, and then seeing yourself attaining the thing, that's powerful. Because when you believe that you can do something, when you're convinced that you can become that guy, or you're convinced that you are that guy, you just haven't got the skills yet, you will persist. And there's a chain of events. It starts off with this. When you believe something is possible, you take the necessary action. When you take the necessary action, you get the results, and the results reinforce the belief that it's possible. But you won't persist at something if you're not convinced that it's possible for you. If you don't think it's possible for you to attain the thing, you'll give up. Okay? You'll give up. You won't show up when it's difficult. So it starts off there. It's a mental game. It starts over there. And one powerful way that you can do it is through visualization. Practice this. So this is something that's simple. Like, you hear this and you be like, oh, visualization. Oh, great video, Josh. But it's about actually doing it. It's something that's simple, but it's not easy to do, and not easy to do consistently. It's something I've been playing around with for a while. And I'm telling you, it does make a difference. So that's the video and the idea for today. If you'd like help with this, jump in my DMs. I'll be more than happy to assist. But for now, you guys take care of yourselves, and I'll be back again tomorrow for the next one. All right, you guys take care. Peace.